Chelsea are probably going to bring in a striker. They're likely to want a marquee name. Tuchel has already said that Lewandowski would be a fantastic signing. There's a number of other clubs chasing him. Barcelona remain the favourites, as I understand it. But is there any opportunity to sort of use some leverage around Lukaku, who has just got a new agent? So as a consequence, that agent will naturally be looking to either renegotiate with Chelsea or move Lukaku on and then benefit financially from that. And Lukaku has already said mid-season that he thinks he's got unfinished business at Inter. So were Lukaku to move, Inter is a more likely destination than Bayern. But can Chelsea manipulate that if they go in for Lewandowski and potentially look at some kind of trade-off? Because if Bayern are resigned now to Lewandowski leaving, and they have to be because Lewandowski has said, quote, his Bayern story is at an end, then naturally Bayern need a replacement. And they may see a sort of full circle opportunity in negotiation to, in their ideal world, get rid of Lewandowski because they have to and bring in Lukaku going the other way. There's a slim possibility of that. But what I think makes that logic fall down, even though it sounds very neat and interesting when you analyze it, is just that if Lukaku is presented with an opportunity between staying at Chelsea, Inter and Bayern, I think he ranks that as 1 Inter, 2 stays at Chelsea, 3 goes to Bayern Munich. And if Lewandowski is presented with an opportunity of Barcelona or Chelsea, I think he picks Barcelona. And that's why I think that that trade deal is very unlikely. So Lukaku probably will leave Chelsea unless the new ownership group can convince him otherwise. And don't discount that possibility because, as I've said before, Bowley and his team are very hands-on and they are ultimately all about creating compelled footballers on and off the field, and that person mentality might change Lukaku's mind. But right now, because of his relationship with Chelsea and Tuchel before the new ownership group's time, if he does leave, I think the return to Inter is the most likely scenario.
Yeah, I agree with you in terms of that breakdown in everything else. So we sort of tweeted earlier about how he's kind of playing all sides a little bit, Lukaku, and I get why. And I understand it from a professional standpoint. It's almost, I'm happy to stay if this condition is met. I'd love to go back to Inter, but if none of that works, maybe something could be done with Bayern Munich. And Chelsea fans just want rid, don't they? I think all fans, we all do this. We live in this ideal world where we just want the player to 100% unequivocally want us, not think about any other club, not think about their future, and just, want to be completely dedicated. But the Lukaku story has been so murky since his return with, that interview and everything else. It feels to me just like he's pining for his ex, and Chelsea should do whatever they can to try and recoup as much money as possible and look elsewhere. I just get this feeling it could be disastrous for him. You talk about personalities in the dressing room. Having someone there that isn't fully bought in, and I just don't see Thomas Tuchel changing his style of play to a degree to get the best out of Lukaku. So I think they've got to move him on. How they do that and who comes in to replace him is a big question.